Fallout 4 truly is a beautiful game, at least I think so. For a game that released almost a decade ago, yes, it really has been that long, the game still very much holds up, and I think a lot of people will agree with me there. However, in despite of that, Bethesda have officially announced that a next-gen update is coming to Fallout 4 for both the Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and Windows PC systems. Now, I just mentioned that the game still looks good, not perfect by any means without mods, but good enough. And of course the graphics will be updated slightly with this next gen update, but so will bugs. And while the game looks decent, the bugs are really the biggest things that Bethesda need to worry about and fix with this update. So in today's video, we're going to go over Fallout 4's biggest problems that I think Bethesda need to fix in the next gen update more than anything else. So please do drop the video a like for me if you would be so kind, and consider subscribing if you're looking for a place to stay up to date on all Bethesda news, leaks, discussions much like this one, and plenty of other Bethesda focused content. But with that all said and out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Creation Club has caused a lot of mess for Fallout 4, introducing many new bugs just on their own. My theory as to why is because when Bethesda used to update the game, they didn't update the creations with the game, meaning if you have a Creation Club content item installed, you're basically using an outdated mod that hasn't been updated to work on the latest patch of the game, but of course that is just a theory and pure speculation on my part. But either way, Creation Club as a whole really just needs a fix. Did you know that if you have too many skin Creation Club items downloaded, there is a glitch that simply just won't allow Vault 111's doors to open? Yes, seriously. You can't even begin the game, and unfortunately for PlayStation players, the only way to get rid of Creation Club content is to fully delete and then reinstall the game, which, let's face it, nobody really wants to do. This bug has been around for literal years now, and I for one definitely hope that Bethesda fix it, along with many other bugs that come with their paid modding service. Now, the FPS of Fallout 4 isn't exactly great. On a decent PC you can reach some solid frames of course, and on the Xbox Series X and S the game runs at a nice 60 frames per second unless you're in a certain area of the map, which we will discuss later. However, PlayStation 5 users are still having to play the game at only 30 FPS, and on top of this, Fallout 4's frames can suddenly drop, like a lot. There isn't really much else to say here besides that it has been confirmed that the FPS will be updated in this upgrade for all platforms, but it still goes on the list of things Bethesda absolutely need to do with said update. And as I'm sure most of you will know, every time Bethesda updates one of their games, it creates a new executable for the game, which, you guessed it, breaks the script extender, at least most of the time, which leaves the game pretty much unplayable using the script extender. Now, I think that we can all agree that Bethesda games are massive for the modding community, and mods are partly the reason, and mostly the reason, that Bethesda games get played for as long as they do. Modders use the script extender in order to help themselves create bigger and better mods, so if you want to get your hands on some of the coolest, biggest and most praised mods out there, using the script extender is pretty much a must, so leaving the script extender broken is a big no-no for this update, and thus it goes on the list. As weird as it sounds, there are a few glitches and bugs that players, including myself, do not want Bethesda to remove, because they somewhat actually help the game, and in a way they add features that Bethesda should have had from the start and added in themselves, you know, on purpose. The perfect example of this is the settlement build limit glitch, which allows you to have basically an unlimited build limit for any settlements of your choosing. Of course, for players again like myself that like to mod, this really isn't that much of an issue, since we could just download the build budget removal mod and never have to worry about things like this. But for those who aren't aware and don't like to mod, in short, if you're standing in one of your settlements, any of your choosing, and decide to drop a few weapons from your inventory, melee weapons and grenades included, and then you go into settlement mode, and just store said weapons. For some strange reason, the build limit in your settlements will actually go down, allowing you to build more than you previously were allowed to. Obviously, we do not want these glitches removed because the build limit in Fallout 4 is quite ridiculous, at least in my opinion. If you want to build a somewhat nice looking house, you'll pretty much have no room left for anything else in your new settlement, so bugs/glitches like this really should just stay in the game, in order to keep the unmodded players happy. The crashes of Fallout 4 are talked about non-stop, almost as much as the game actually crashes itself, and I'm sure you are all aware of this. On every platform, PC included, for a lot of players, it is quite literally impossible to walk anywhere near downtown Boston and East Boston without the game crashing on you. This is reported to Bethesda nearly every day if you take a look at Bethesda's support Twitter account. There's also an insane amount of posts about it in various Fallout related subreddits, countless YouTube videos, and so much more. In fact, on the poor Xbox Series S, it is straight up not possible to walk through East Boston without at least a couple of crashes. I can confirm this myself as I have tried Fallout 4 on a Series S, and the game was, seriously no overreaction here, unplayable because of the amount of crashing issues. Above all else, people are even worried about Starfield, Bethesda's next open world RPG, asking if the game will even work since Bethesda's last game is unplayable to them. But enough with my mini rant there. The crashes are the absolute #1 most important thing that desperately need to be fixed with this upcoming update, otherwise the whole update in itself is just completely useless to thousands of players across all platforms. So on the extremely off chance that someone at Bethesda who is working on the Fallout 4 Next Gen update is watching this video, for the sake of most of your player base, make the crashes your #1 priority. Please. But that is all from me, the 5 things that Bethesda need to fix the most with Fallout 4's Next Gen update. But I want to know, what would you like to see fixed? Please join the conversation and leave your thoughts in the comments below. You can also leave the video a like to show your appreciation and support for my channel, and please do consider subscribing if you are new around here and if you'd like to see more content like this and stay up to date on the latest Bethesda news. I also obviously would like to take a moment, as always, to thank our channel members Jesse, Maze and Kylo, who help support me month after month. I really cannot thank you guys enough for the amazing support, and there are no words to express my gratitude towards you. But with all of that said and done, I thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I really hope to see you next time.